While building it, some of you guys are like, I can't get a recruit because I have a kid. While building the business, 1.6 million, 18 ring earners, 42 SMBs. Talk about the dream. And then we got another one, Martin Kwende. I knew it. I would say his name and lose all my time. I already knew it was going to happen. 15 years in the business, 10,800 licensed agents, 100 million points. And I asked him a question backstage. I said, hey, Kwende, I got a question for you. When are you going to run out of Africans? I'm like, there's no way you can do this forever. When are you going to run out? How many are there? And he goes, Jay, us Africans, we come here to the US faster than we could recruit them. We will never run out. Help me welcome Mr. Martin Kwende.
I'm so grateful to be here. I want to thank God first of all for putting me here today. And I want to thank my wife and my kids that is here. And also I want to thank my leader, Zach and Jasmine Rance. You guys don't see Zach here, but he probably has the fastest going to me in WAG without question. And he's the best leader for me. So I want to appreciate him and Jazz for everything they do. Right? So real quick, my story is very simple. Okay? I grew up and I was told, like most of you, that if you go to school, things will be awesome. So guess what? They gave me 4 options: science, engineering, medicine, politics. But guess what they never told me? Money. How many of you had the option to study money in school? None. Does that make sense? But what do we work for? How well is that working out? Not very well. We believe them anyway, so we have 7 degrees in our household. My wife's a registered nurse with master's in nursing management. I have a PhD in biomedical engineering from England. So guess what? We worked our way up in the Silicon Valley. I was a top executive in medical devices. I used to make things you put in people's brain stimulator, pacemaker stent, all of that. We made $500 million, but guess what? My life was pretty good, but it wasn't great. My most challenge was on making impact. Does that make sense? So my WAG journey started in April 2010, and I met a bunch of guys that said, hey, this is what we're doing. And I decided, I learned some information. I went into WAG just to learn how to help my community. My first 4 years were not the best, but I learned something called the wealth equation. It says wealth plus opportunity plus mental toughness. So guess what? I made a huge decision. I took a big step and I went full time. So think about it. Making $500,000 in WAG, I only made $28,000. What do you think my friends and family were thinking about? You crazy? So guess what? I lost most of my friends and my family in the process. My first 2 years looked kind of okay, but guess what happened? We couldn't make a lot of money in my third year, 2016, so I had to sell our home just to stay in the business. And then I lost 2 homes, rental properties that I bought in Silicon Valley, right? But I kept going, and by 2020, just before COVID, we hit our first $1 million in income in WAG. And from then up to today, we've had at least an extra $1 million in income every year up to today. So guess what? This is a huge impact to me and my family, right? In the company, we have about 10% of all WAG licenses, so we're making big impact in the company itself. Also, we have production over 100 million points in the last 12 months, right? So we run a 9-figure business, 9-figure payroll, and 7-figure income. Nowhere else can that happen. So guess what? This has made a huge impact in my family. And just with Trans-America alone, in the last 4 years, we have over 69,000 families, adding over $31 billion life insurance to our community. In 2019, I took the top earners in the company from 750 to $6 million. None of them look like me. Can you see that? But guess what? Some champions started coming to the business. As of end of 2024, look at this. Is the company changing? Absolutely. So we're making huge impact in the company itself, in the financial industry, right? All the associates are people that are part of my team. So we have what I call a millionaires club. Where else in this United States can you see people that look like me making this kind of money? Only WFG. Yes? We have a number of them. By the way, that Joseph from Deepest Fund, he just $20 million last week. Crazy. So I'm very proud of all these champions right here. But who am I? Listen, I come from Africa. I'm the last of 8 siblings. I never knew my father. My mother was a broke farmer. I was a broke dreamer. But I believe that life would be different. So I walked to school 10 miles every day without shoes. Please don't look at my shoes. Okay. So I decided that when I grow up, I'm going to make money. I'll buy a lot of shoes. I left Africa in 1998, broke, but full of hope. And I went to England. I studied how to pay the market, as I told you. But guess what? When I came to Silicon Valley, I found WFG. And after 4 years, I made a huge decision. Guess what? WFG has made a huge impact in my family, in my community, and we have a platform right now to create millionaires in my community. Guess what? I've also co-founded 2 companies in Africa to make a difference in the continent. I currently invest in and mentor over 30 startups in Africa right now. What are some investments I've done? Number 1, you have to pay a price upfront and before you want to become free. Number 2, you have to be mentally tough. Number 3, you have to have strong faith. Number 4, you have to have a supportive hope. I love my wife, my kids will give me that. And then you have to have what? A vision. You have to think about impact, not money. Yes? So, what's my vision? It's called Vision 2020. I share that everywhere I go. Number 1, I want to add $1 trillion towards my community. Number 2, I want to make sure we have at least 1 million licensed financial professionals to make that possible. Number 3, I want to make sure that every child that is born in our community has $1 million plan. I want to think about that for a second. 20 years from now, what do you think my community will look like? Unbelievable. Yes or yes? And the last one, if you are from Africa or you have African descent, please stand up right now. Business platform anywhere in the world. I can tell you that with confidence. Please don't take it for granted. We are truly blessed to be part of this amazing company. WFG, thank you for everything we do. God bless. See you at the top.